Ring the klaxon alarm and ditch your son's Bodekin match because we've got 2 new episodes of Maul Shadowlord to talk about. Chapter 3 Whispers in the Unknown and Chapter 4 Pride and Vengeance have arrived, and so has the Empire. These episodes gave us so much, but I want to start off by jumping right into the action and into the lightsaber duels, or as I'm calling them, the duels of Devon's fate. Chapter 3 begins with Maul and Devon's first official meeting over tea. Devon is still apprehensive and questions Maul's motives, with Maul asking,
I can tell that you are settled on who you believe I am. Would you like me to be that person? I am capable.
Maul begins their interaction by trying to make Devon see that times have changed, and so has he, or rather that he is not the person he is made out to be, asking her to look more closely to see how similar they truly are. He compares how they have both had their destinies ripped away, forcing each of them to find their own path. Maul makes mention of the murders of his brother Savage Opress and his mother, Mother Talzin, at the hands of the same enemy that destroyed the Jedi Order, a compelling argument overall in my opinion. He tells her that despite her gifts, her future was denied, and calls out her frustrations, offering to help her achieve a destiny greater than the one she was promised.
You crave that unfulfilled destiny.
This whole sequence was so tense, with Maul taunting Devon from the darkness, with nothing but the red glow of a lightsaber to aid her as she attempts to find a way out. She eventually does escape the pit, but Maul is one step ahead of her, blocking the exit. As their duel begins, it's clear Maul is just toying with Devon, trying to push her over the edge.
You have no purpose, no hope. Your future was robbed from you, yet you sit idle. Your life is in ruin.
And he eventually does, but the moment that truly terrifies her is when Maul calls her by her name, which to me felt like a confirmation of the hold Maul already has on her, whether she realizes it or not. I also love the musical nod to Battle of the Heroes, the song that plays during Anakin and Obi-Wan's duel on Mustafar, which we hear as Devon begins to give in to her anger during the duel. Both duels in this episode also gave me serious Episode 1 Duel of the Fates vibes. Like Maul's first duel with Qui-Gon Jinn on Tatooine, his duel with Devon is nothing more than a test. Now before we continue, please make sure to like the video and consider subscribing to my channel so you never miss out on any of my new Star Wars content, including my reviews for every episode of Maul Shadowlord. I really appreciate all of your support. Devon's arc within these 2 episodes is very intriguing. I enjoyed the tender moment she and Master Daki shared upon her return, as it showed how much she truly cares for her Jedi Master, unlike their dynamic in the first 2 episodes. We also see how Maul's taunts have affected her as she returns to Master Daki ready to act, which ultimately draws them out, just as Maul hoped it would. Maul's duel against Devon and Master Daki parallels his duel with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, seeing Maul take on both the Master and Apprentice, serving as a duel of fate, though this time it's Devon's fate that hangs in the balance. Initially, I expected Maul would kill Master Daki in their duel, and he almost did. However, Devon is able to block Maul's killing blow at the very last second. Not only was this duel stunning to watch, but it was also emotional, with the melody of Battle of the Heroes echoing again. I think Maul not directly killing Daki will actually work in his favor when it comes to his relationship with Devon. Sure, Maul was the one who injured him, but I don't think this injury is what will kill him. I believe Master Daki's apprehension to do anything about the injury, whatever his reason, is what will ultimately kill him in the end. And once Daki dies, Devon will be left with no one to turn to, as he serves as not only her master, but as her guiding light in this dark time. Though once that light goes out, she'll have no one to turn to but Maul. The episode also made a point to focus on the damage Maul received to his robotic legs during their duel, and I'm curious if it will actually end up causing any issues for him in the future. Though I would expect the Mandalorians should be able to easily repair them, as they were the ones who crafted the legs to begin with. Aside from the duels, Chapter 4 also sees Maul continue on his quest of vengeance, murdering Marg Krim, leader of the Pikes, and regaining control of their syndicate. I was surprised to see Obadiah again on screen for the first time since the Clone Wars Season 7, and I'm curious if we'll see Maul return to the planet with Janix now under Imperial occupation. Speaking of the impending occupation, let's talk about Brander Lawson and Two Boots. The character that most surprised me in these episodes was Two Boots, and for a droid, he seems to have a lot more agency and free will than most other droids in the Star Wars universe. He continues to push Lawson to contact the Empire for help with their situation, believing it to be way over their heads, and even citing events in the past where they requested Republic aid once the situation got too hot. But Lawson continues to shoot him down, fearful that that Imperial intervention will be the end of Janix as they know it. Later in the episode, it's revealed that Two Boots went behind Lawson's back to the police chief, calling for Imperial intervention, leading the droid to be reassigned to desk duty. Two Boots also drops a bombshell about Lawson's former wife, questioning if Lawson's apprehension has anything to do with her working for the Empire, which of course Lawson denies, adding a whole new layer to Lawson's family dynamic, not only with his son Riley, but his relationship with his former spouse. We also see Master Daki finally approach Lawson about Devon's predicament in these episodes, but he's ultimately shut down by the detective, but Daki is ultimately the one who tips off Maul's location to Lawson later in the episode. As they mobilize, Two Boots makes one final attempt to contact the Empire, but Lawson ultimately deactivates him in the process. At the end of the episode, after Maul's duel with the Jedi, Lawson finds Master Daki and Devon lightsaber drawn, outing them both as Jedi, but he only questions why Daki hadn't told him he was a Jedi before. Lawson is clearly sympathetic towards the Jedi Order, but I'm not sure how much protection he can offer them now with the Empire's arrival on the planet, and once they learn of his hesitation and failure to stop Maul, who knows what his future will hold. As someone who always watches new Star Wars series with their headphones on, I have to say that if you aren't, you are totally missing out. Towards the end of Chapter 4, the Empire's arrival was teased way prior to actually seeing the Star Destroyer arrive in Janix's atmosphere. Even before Two Boots' confession, Spybot picks up garbled transmissions of Imperial probe droids, and a klaxon alarm can be heard as Maul and his mercenaries make their escape through the tunnels. Another small detail I love is all the whispers and screams hidden in the background of the series. On top of Sam Witwer's screams being layered into Maul's lightsaber sounds, all 4 episodes have opened with eerie whispers and muffled screams, which really helps set the overall mood and tone for the series. As someone who also loves horror, I'm kind of obsessed with these small details. I'm also loving the soundtrack for the series, and seeing the Kiners dive into these darker melodies and sounds has been a lot of fun to hear. I can't recall another animated Star Wars series that has such a grim sound, and I'm really into it. So what did you think of these episodes, and what do you think will happen to our characters now that the Empire has officially arrived? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on social media at ScottyHolidaySW, and as always, may the Force be with you.